Hello, everyone. And there was a major update this week regarding Prince Harry U.S. immigration records. Or at least the government has given us a glimpse, very, very small glimpse, into what they're willing to disclose. But here's the catch. What's missing might be more interesting than what we actually got. So what we're trying to figure out is, could Harry have received special treatment? And why is the U.S. government keeping certain details under wraps? Let's break all this down in plain English because, trust me, there's a lot of legal jargon, and a reminder, I am not an attorney. So let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Star Chairs, and in this channel, we review everything through the lens of PR. And because I am not an attorney, I want to say that this video contains personal commentary based on publicly available information, including subscription content. It's intended solely for entertainment and educational purposes. Opinions expressed are my own and should not be considered factual allegations. Viewers are encouraged to do their own research and form their own conclusion. All right, guys. So why is there so much interest in Prince Harry's immigration records? Because Prince Harry has openly discussed past drug use. In his book Spare and multiple interviews, he talked about using marijuana, cocaine, and psychedelic mushrooms. U.S. immigration law can consider past drug use when deciding visa approvals. So there have been questions about whether this has impacted his application. Did he, Prince Harry, need a special waiver to enter or to stay in the U.S.? U.S. immigration law allows some people with past drug use to apply for a waiver called 212D3 waiver. There is no official confirmation on whether Harry applied for or received one. And I think this is where people get a little bit like, let me know, I want to know more. Obviously, I think we all want to know a little bit more. We want transparency. That's what the people want. A government watchdog group filed a Freedom of Information Act requested to find out if Harry was treated differently from other applicants. And if you've ever had a friend or a family member do a visa, you know it takes a lot to get one. And I believe this is why they are arguing, since Harry is a public figure, the public has a right to know if he received an exemption that wouldn't be available to others. With that in mind, the release documents, what do they actually tell us? And more importantly, why did they refuse to share so little? Because what we learn from the release documents isn't much. There are three things that we know for sure that these records do confirm. The first one is that the U.S. government does have immigration records on Prince Harry. Pretty simple. We were able to see them. Great. The second is that the record falls under Freedom of Information Act Exemption 6, which protects personal and medical files. And I'm like, medical files? Okay. I respect that. And number three is the government has not confirmed or denied whether Harry applied for or received a waiver. And that's what a lot of people want to know, if Harry received a waiver or what visa is he under. Now, the things that we don't know are what they refuse to disclose, which raises a lot more questions. His type of visa, I want to know. We still don't know if he's here on a green card, a work visa, or a O1 visa for extraordinary individuals. Nobody knows. They did not inform us of what kind of visa he's in. Because if he's in a work visa, then okay, then he can actually work with Netflix and everybody else. Or if he's not on a work visa, then that makes sense. Why all the business ventures are under Meghan's name and not Harry's? But they did not disclose any of that. Now, the second thing that we want to know is whether his past admissions about drug use were considered in his application. We don't know. They redacted a lot that makes us ask more questions. And one of the last things we want to know that we weren't able to find out was if any special considerations were made in processing Prince Harry's visa. Essentially, the U.S. government is citing privacy laws to keep key details out of public view. But why? Here's a few things, in my opinion, that we can take away from the paperwork that was released. The first one is Prince Harry may have received an exception, but it's not confirmed whatsoever. The law allows applicants with past drug use to apply for a waiver, but not everyone gets approved. And I believe that's a lot what people want to know. Does he have a waiver, or does his past drug use affect his current visa? Without full disclosure, there's no way to know for sure whether he had to go through that process. The other thing that raises question, the government is being cautious, but some say it raises more concerns and more questions. And honestly, I do feel like that. What's going on? Why is it so private? I'm just like, I just want to know. Just give me the tea. But that's just me. I understand that immigration policies in the U.S. are highly debated at the moment, and public figures often face different levels of scrutiny. The fact that these records are just so tightly protected has led some to question whether everything was handled fairly. So what happens now? The legal battle over these records may continue with more Freedom of Information Acts requests or lawsuits. And I believe if any government officials were involved in approving Harry's visa, they could face scrutiny. And I believe that's why they're a little bit hesitant and redacted a lot of the information on his paperwork. Plus, Prince Harry himself may be asked about this in future interviews, especially if this turns into a larger political issue. What do you guys think? Again, I'm not an attorney, so I just wanted to relay the information a little bit better so people can understand, because they didn't release much, but with what they released, they allowed us to just go crazy with more ideas. Should Prince Harry's visa details be made public? Does the government have a valid reason for keeping this private? You know me, I just want the tea. I don't know. That's all I want. I don't know. Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And you know, this story isn't over, so I'll be watching it closely. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.